Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team.
And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Yo, chill.
Jack there to make the tackle.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Smith on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Out comes this offense.
Yo, you need to chill.
Set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
I'll kick you out.
Don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Begin on the ground with Kamara, shelling through the defense. Oh, and breaks another. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama, and they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama. Going to
back now at FedEx Field.
It probably was me that did that.
Set to go here in quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. going to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need the stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the posts, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
But it's closer to some. Had some matches with Falcon. This up here was so slow. So I tried baiting Kirby, but they nerfed him a ton. Now I'm fighting with Mario. He's so basic, I'm done. One time me love, one time me patience, one time me pain. Now I'm in mom's basement. I'm playing on launch day. Your main is so trash. Please 1v1 me, please. This song is a smash. Brothers, thank you. Ness, thank you. Ness, thank you. Ness, I like to make as Ness and Smash Brothers. Thank you. Ness, thank you. Ness, thank you. Ness, I like to make cause I'm using my seven. Cause I'm using my shit. Cause I'm using my garden. Cause I'm using my ring. Overall, I'd have to give Smash Brothers Ultimate 2
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away.
It's called Smash Brothers, but why are there so many female fighters?
This will be taken short.
Either delete the female fighters,
And they're
or
going to
release
line
the
up
patch
with pretty
so
good
that the name
starting
is
field
now Smash
position as they
Brothers
get it up
and
past the 35.
Gotta throw the whole switch out.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This is a real lift for a defense. It's been a long drive, and you're starting to drag a little bit out there. Been pushed back, and now instead of caving in, here's the play you were waiting for. And the interception means that long drive is going to yield nothing for the offense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Wentz looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman. So getting in there to swat that one away, Josh Norman defensively.
I still remember the first time I saw him in person. It was a postseason college all-star game. And he's out of Coastal Carolina, and he was the buzz of the week. Everyone kept talking about that corner. Got to go back and do more work on him. It's paid off pretty darn well, hasn't it? Yeah. Josh Norman's had quite an impact in the NFL.
Coastal Carolina round 5, and now a stud. Wentz going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency. Get to the line of scrimmage. Snap the ball.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Wentz to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now Smith. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something.
What's up, boys?
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team.
And the offense gets set here for a 3rd down play. Play action. Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. A Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Fielded at about the 28. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it was a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Kamara. And some space here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And touchdown. A A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Here's H2H now to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The Giants on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Manning. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game, barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Running with Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Again, it's Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error,
Still
and it'll back
down.
him up 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Kamara. Spins by, and it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Alright.
Here's Hauschka now to
And
kick
this
it
whole
away.
challenge is done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One final try now from Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Oh, partner, there's something something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the...
I think Angela has a power-up card too.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is...
And the offense getting set as they've got it 3 yards from the goal line on first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone.
Start taking forever though. This is starting the third. Why?
That wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running backs, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. With that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Come on now. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will. on the defense.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They'll run. This is Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And now running right through it. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They run. It's Kamara. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the...
It'd be like that. Oh, they added. Yes. See, I know I should have just stayed up and done these last night. It's a limited time though, so I've been out for about an hour and a half. there's probably new packs too. I shall check that after these 2 solos.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! A.J. Green, 65 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15 yard.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw 1 deep.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st
What's
and
up,
10,
boys?
Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Escapes the sack. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Let's this one rip. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They give him a gain of 38. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. Now it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope it. No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Weird. What did I do? Oh, that's for each other. Ha. Okay.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to break some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit of calm, coupled with that sense of urgency. Got to walk that line a little bit, but get it downfield in order to score, and then put the pressure on the guy who kicks the ball because he could tie the game.
It's been a fun game. It all comes down to this. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage, really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco?
Yep.
And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it.
I'm grabbing the wrong controller. Great. I'm playing the intercept and kick another field goal.
Here's Trubisky. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And a huge play that time. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later.
One hour is down. Okay.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And now the offense will look to convert on third down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Ebron caught left side. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Wentz now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Finding some room at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
Steps away to his left. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10... And the offense gets set here for a third down play. Wentz now to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Here we go with Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to strike for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right...
What present do I get? What do I open it? 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 What day shall I open this gift? Interesting. Oh, I'm so close to having all of them done. I only need 4 more. Complete a set. Do I have any more to put into this boy? I don't think I do. Nope. Now I have that one. Let's do that. 230, 84 to 87. What the? Five solo battles to win. This is crazy. I was hoping to get these all done by 1. But that is not gonna happen. There's no way. There is no way that is going to happen. Okay, less than 10 minutes.
Hello, everybody. Coach
We
here.
got 5 more to
Welcoming
do.
you to Madden Ultimate Team.
I'm getting done by 12:20 or something like that, but oh, I'm down.
And the offense gets set here now for a
This is
second
retarded,
and
bro.
goal. Green alone out to the right. They'll run it with Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone. And he is into the end zone for
Not
a
running out of
touchdown.
time. We're in the 3rd quarter.
A great play there. Taking it in. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating as big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Kamara. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they can continue to rely on this situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, now he bowls him over. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Solos either do a shopping spree or some more seasons.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
If you're liking it, sub, please, and thank you. Gotta get 250.
Offense.
Oh no, delay of the game.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
On a solo?
Now they need 15 yards on this series after
solo.
the delay of game. 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run up. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Big oofs.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep
Yeah, as you were saying,
in this
so I would think
situation when
so.
the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Oh, partner, there's something special about a game.
So, hello, boys and girls. Finish all these solos. Then I'm either going to do a shopping spree or I'm going to play some more head-to-head online games. Do I have 5 left? Oh, thank you so much. Leonard Fournette and Andrew Luck. I'm gonna get that Andrew Luck eventually. Like, that's gonna be the first one I get. Take on the rookie gauntlet.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team between our visitors and the Tennessee Titans.
And the offense readies for a first
There's the
down
game of
and
the ball.
10.
So I can shoot clock the entire time. I just don't understand.
For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but
I hate it. They just give you like so much time. There's no need for me to have 8 minutes. Even if I was down by 10, I only get 8 minutes.
Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm chewing clock. Because like this is an actual online game. This is just solos. I'm just chewing clock because I'm winning.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
All I have to do is win this game and I'm good.
It'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot
Makes
of good
it go by a lot faster.
But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead,
Should count me as 4th down, but
worked out well. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I'm gonna let this go into the 4th, and then I'm gonna run for the 4th.
Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the
4th
other guys
quarter.
making sure they're in the
Let me
right
know
spot, and on that play.
if everything sounds alright.
Now in Nashville, it's been a very
If it
highly
does,
contested game to
if you
this
like the
point. Just a
content,
field goal
please
separating
subscribe.
these two teams as we get
On my
set
road
for
to
the fourth
250.
quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun.
1st down.
He leaps it.
Oh no, it's gonna count me as, yep.
Get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's the only bad thing about solos, they don't have forward progression.
That yellow line. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great
They
field
won't score
position.
though, it's okay.
Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust then the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield. Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down. Taking it right down Broadway.
Oh, well, I'm retarded, but I'll just throw a deep pass and score a touchdown. It ain't that deep.
And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it, and maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they get great effort there.
Never mind, no, we need to pass a touchdown. Let's take out the 10 touchdown.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deion Sanders, 84 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth.
What a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Deion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same week.
Oh, I like that. But remember, too, the only man to play in both the Super Bowl and a World Series.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
We just hit him in the head.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the
PewDiePie versus T-Series. How do you guys feel about that?
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And
pretty crazy. PewDiePie keeps going up. He's at 635,000 ahead now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down, but away and bring up second down.
Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. John Randall in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Mariota. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Let's go, boys.
Mariota to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's fourth down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Let's go.
I know it looks easy to a lot of people when you're kicking the ball. I mean, it looks pretty simple, right? Snap, put it down, kick it. But playing in the snow, that can throw off your timing just a bit, and that can wreak havoc, as we just saw there.
Well, it throws off the timing, and I just think it's an extra advantage for the team that's coming in to block it because they've got a hold on the offensive side, and, of course, the kicker and holder and snapper, they've got a lot to deal with.
What can't?
It's a foot race, and they do finally get him at the 12. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be
Sure, let's just go out so I can 2 points on some boys.
So deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's...
With a 14-point deficit to start the second half, Angelique has joined your team. Come back and win the game. How much? A 14? What in the world?
Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Well, you know, since it's Andrew Love, I gotta show out. Represent the
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Love. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Just beating the play clock is Love. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up the 1st down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room. Here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And a double off to White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. And he's going to lose yardage here. as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On third and long, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. Runs through the contact. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, it stays up. There he goes inside the 30. Man open left side is Brown. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's been...
And he's going to go down again. Down 7, and they've got to go.
He will not ruin things. That'd be great.
We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Fielded at the 33. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. This no gimme in the snow. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not...
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That's pulled in at the 32.
Red, it's a blue.
Return that time. 18 yards. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go. And all the way in for the touchdown. Carson Wentz, 50 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Hauschka now for the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
What's your role?
With that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
What's your role, Michael McDonald?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. John Randall able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
It's 4th and 2, and you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage. So you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Eric Ebron with time running out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Hauschka adds the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification.
I am back. Boys and girls, if you're in the stream, I'm finished these last 2 solo challenges, then I'm either spending my money or I am playing some head-to-head online.
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team between our visitors and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10.
82.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Wentz will try again on second down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Steelers on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And James has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Wentz to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going deep for and got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook is going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Delayed game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delayed game, offense.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Wentz. Green's got it over the middle. He's still on his feet. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go.
I caught it.
In at the 5.
Oh. I think that's where it touched on the road. I didn't realize there was no time left.
We need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
Yes. Oh, El Gote.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Gets past one man. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver. That's exactly what he did.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. 3rd down here. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I...
Alright. Let's get this last one done. The last 2.5 hours on solos. It should have not taken this long, but it did.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
I like to play an entire game.
Now a 1st down.
I don't know why they made it for it. They should have made it like 2 minutes.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, here's Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Well, that second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Block on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Williams to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for that side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the defense has come up with it.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over, and down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Williams now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st and 10, Luck. They will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Back now at Soldier Field, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Off of play action, Luck. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Luck. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Gordon from 10 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Kamara now to return. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And touchdown. A great effort there. 89 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown, you
I'm
can't feel
hungry.
great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
From the gun, here's Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Love the excitement we get going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. Back to throw. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now, and the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open air.
Dub in the tub. Oh, 125 plus. Last Blizzard solo. Solo battles, squad games, boss set. Melt snow here. $300,000. It's basically $400,000 if I want to get Andrew Luck. Let's see if how much is he going on for the block. Oh, he's going for 500K. I'll buy this. One pack. There's 2-pack. Here's 3rd-pack. There's 4th-pack. And there's 5th-pack. Well, what? Oh. There's 5th. Alright, let's go fill in what I need to fill in. So I'll need 7 more players. 300K. I got 1 more at that, so I only need 6 more, really. So I got all my 87s. So I just need 4 of these and 2 of these. But I'll wait to see if any new packs come out. I don't get paid till Friday. I'm gonna end the stream here, boys. Adios.